this is the HoverTech. We didn't actually put a patient on the floor, so we have Shauna here who has fallen on the floor and can't get up. Help! Help! All right, so pulling it out of the basket, using your good biomechanics, I'm gonna roll it next to her. Can you bring your hand up so I don't get you? Thank you. I want to make sure her full body is going to be underneath it. I'm also going to use the hover mat to move her across the bed once she's all the way up. So I'm going to take this and tuck it inside here so that when I go to roll this mat underneath her, that it will all be together. Okay, Shauna, we're going to bend your knee, and then we're going to roll onto your side. Pull this underneath her. Rolling it, as it will be a big hump underneath her. When she rolls back over it, I'm showing you that you can do this as one person, but obviously 2 people will definitely make it easier. Okay, Shauna, you're gonna roll over this hump and then just keep going. And here I have both the hover mat and the HoverTech under her. And then she's gonna roll back. The goal is to get it completely in the middle of her. I didn't quite do that, so before I inflate it, I wanna make sure that I fix it. Otherwise, if she's not completely centered, she would be on one side more than the other, and that could be scary for the patient. So, Shauna, we're going to roll again towards the wall. I'm going to just take a little bit of each and tuck it under her a little bit more. And then we're going to roll back over that little hump, and then roll towards me. And now she should be more centered. The more that you fix it when she's flat on the floor, and the more centered the patient is, the safer it is for the patient. Next, we're going to grab the blower out of the cart, move the cart out of the way. I'm going to plug it in. And I'm going to put on all 4 red caps. It's okay to stop the blower on 3 inflation cells, or you can do 4. Okay. I'm going to turn it on. Before I turn it on, I'm going to know when to go to the next valve, because I will see Shauna stop moving. Then I will also hear a pitch change in the blower. All right, Shauna, are you ready?
Yes.
When finished, be sure to turn it off. If we were not in the patient's room and we needed to move Shauna from one unit to the next, this is where I would use the safety straps and safety strap Shauna to the hover mat to make sure she was nice and safe. And there are two. Second one is across her chest. Considering we are in the room, I do not need to worry about that. We're going to just shift her over using good biting mechanics. Of course, two people again would make this easier. But just to show you, it's easy, you are able to do it with just one person to get them all set up. Once you set up, you can hook up the patient onto the hover mat and then scoot them over to go across. Obviously, be sure to undo the safety strap once the patient is in. When you're going to use the hover mat, you want to make sure that you're going downhill and that you have a second person over here on the other side to help push. But for our filming sakes, it's just going to be one person. All right, Shauna, are you okay?
Yes.
Whenever using the hover mat, keep the air on and make sure that you actually use the air supply. After I have her over, I would find a second person who could also then help me boost her up. It's important that you have two people for that so that you do not injure your back. The next thing is that you can roll and get this out, but then you want to clean this mat off and then unplug each one of these. Once the air supply is down, we would clean it with a PDI wipe, fold it, and roll it. Once the mat is fully deflated, and I've already used a PDI wipe to clean it off, we want to fold it in half. I'm going to start here at the top. The tighter I can roll it, the easier it will fit in the basket on the bottom. All nice and rolled, help get all the air out the rest of the way. Then I tend to bring it back around to scoot it over to the basket, pick it up, and then roll it into the basket. I've already put the blower away. As you can see, you want to just take the cord and wrap it next to the blower and not around the blower or around the basket. And make sure to put it away. This is the Q2 roller. The way to operate it is I have Brad centered on the roller and it's all the way up to his shoulder so that it will roll his whole body. You hit the turn button. There's a little list here to tell me how many times I'm going to press the button. Brad is between 100 and 200 pounds, so I'm going to press the turn button twice. On this side, I'm going to put just a little bit of air so that it's cushion for his shoulder. Just need a little bit. I'm going to come over to this side. I've also already put on the red caps. I'm going to roll him all the way over. I'll hit the off button. This can stay in the patient's room, so anytime you need to add or remove air, you can. After I got the position patient fully on their side, I can take this pillow and put it between his legs to help him be more positioned comfortably. You can also take another pillow and put it underneath his arm to make the patient more comfortable. How you feel, Brad?
Good.
Good, all right. Then after 2 hours, I can slowly let go of air using one of two methods. The one-way valve on this side. He'll move slowly, or I can also do it quicker with the red valve. Once he is rolled, even if it's not all the way onto his back or to the next side, he has changed position. So I'm just gonna fix this pillow so it's a little bit different. Is this pillow okay? Mm-hmm. All right. And then he is now rolled every 2 hours so that this is considered repositioning, and you can document that you rolled him using the Q2 roller. 2 hours after that, you can then again use the two methods to reposition the patient again. And then use the blower to go onto the other side to roll him towards his right side.